You know how on some days you might just wake up and not feel the best? Like everything could be going very, very good. You wake up one morning and boom, everything feels like your life just got turned around. That's how I feel today. And so I'm making this video for two reasons. Number one is just for myself, to speak my thoughts, do a little type of therapy for myself. And number two is for someone on the other side of this lens that might be relating to me, that might want to just listen to someone that has something to say in relation to how you're feeling. And because I always do this with myself, whenever I feel down or sad or I feel like things are going wrong, I want to understand it. That's one thing I like to do in my life. I like to understand what's going on. And although I know that I can't understand everything, that's the mystery of life, I try to. So I try to understand my feelings. And one thing I always engrave in my head when I feel this way is that I will never be in a good place in my life unless I experience pain. This is what we call the power of contrast. In order for something to exist, it needs the opposite force. It needs something to compare it to. The color black wouldn't exist without the color white. Up wouldn't exist without down. Far wouldn't exist without close. Short wouldn't exist without tall. But also, that's what makes good things in your life meaningful. The only reason you'll feel good, you'll feel proud, you'll feel happy about something is because you struggle. And some people might see that as a bad thing. Like you have to experience pain, sadness, anger in order to experience delight, happiness, being proud of yourself. But the beautiful part about it is that pain, this illusion that we experience, is the only thing that will make you a better and stronger version of yourself. And when I say the word pain, it sounds like chaos. When you think of pain, it seems like there's a lot of things going wrong. But pain is actually the opposite. Pain is complete emptiness. Pain is when there is no movement. There is nothing happening. Because a lot of times there's things that you desire to get. You know, I want to get a girlfriend. I want to make money. I want to have more friends. But the absence of that is what creates that illusion of pain. So it's the absence of the things that you want. It is that emptiness. And when you look at it that way, it's really interesting to think of because it's actually quite peaceful. There's no movement. There's nothing happening. And yes, that's not the optimal outcome you want for yourself, but the understanding of that is important. You need to be self-aware with yourself when you feel pain and understand that it's not necessarily because things are going wrong. It's usually because nothing's happening. And when nothing is happening, we see that as something going wrong. There's this quote that goes, there's two wolves, one chained up in the dark and one chained up in the light. Which one lives? And most people answer the one chained up in the light because, you know, he's in the sunlight, at least he has something going for himself. But no, it's the one you feed. And this goes with your thoughts. You have both negative and positive thoughts. And the ones that live, the ones that are present, are the ones you feed, the ones you give attention to. And so when we are in a low place in life, when I'm in a low place, when you're in a low place, there's three outcomes you can do. Number one is do nothing, which will make you stay stagnant and nothing will happen, which means you will continuously experience that feeling of pain. Number two is to make it worse by feeding those negative thoughts and actually digging a deeper hole for yourself. And number three is to do exactly what you don't want to do, which is to do. And that is what we call the struggle part, the doing. Because everything you desire to get requires some sort of action. And when you're in a very low place in your life, you don't want to do anything. But doing exactly what you don't want to do is what will make you feel better. You know, you're tired of being out of shape and you're doing nothing, so you feel pain and you're feeling out of shape. Well, if you do the action of, you know, getting up, eating better, going to the gym, working out, doing that every single day for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Yes, it'll be hard, but that's exactly what will make you get in better shape. And that applies to very simple situations, like your mental health is going wrong, you're in your bed, you're not feeling too good, and staying in your bed, not doing anything will make you continuously feel that way. But then if you do exactly what you don't want to do in that moment, which is to get out of bed, brush your teeth, eat, work on a passion, you know, develop something for yourself. Yes, you might not feel good right away. That's the whole point of it. You're building this new routine, which is going to require some sort of struggle. But as you force yourself to do these actions every single day, it becomes the new version of you. And from there, you develop that better and stronger version of yourself. You put yourself in the pit where you have to deal with stuff, where you actually have to try something, fail, learn, do it again even better, try, fail, learn, do it even better, and you keep doing that, and because of that you grow as a person. And I know sitting here saying it is just words, and it's very easy to say words, and words don't mean anything. I could sit here on this camera saying this stuff, but then right after I film this video I could go sit on my bed, do nothing, and feel like shit. So you need the self-awareness part where you acknowledge that, okay, I'm feeling like shit right now, but the only reason for me not to feel like shit is to do something that I don't feel like doing. But the reason I don't feel like doing it is because I'm not used used to it because it's hard, and in the long run it will make me feel better. That's the first step, acknowledging it. The second step, the hardest part, is the action, actually doing that. I want to ask you a theoretical question just to see how you answer. So imagine before you came into this life, God or the universe, whoever is in charge, sat you down and gave you two options for how your life will play out. Option number one is that you will have an easy life. It will be stagnant from beginning to end. You will never have to struggle. Everything will be easy. You'll have money, you'll have happiness, you'll have friends, you'll have parents, you'll have a good family. Everything will be good. But then he gives you another option. He says option number two is that you can start off this life struggling. You'll experience struggle. You'll have to go through hardships. However, you will grow as a person and you'll come out of it stronger and better than you were before. Knowing how option one turns out and option two turns out, which one would you choose? Because personally, I would choose option number two. If before I came to this world, I knew that, okay, I'm gonna experience more struggle. It's gonna make me grow as a person. It's gonna work out in the end. I would want to live a more complex and exciting life. I would want to experience every single feeling I can and could experience, rather than just living life on easy mode. Because in my opinion, that's what would bring true meaning to life. Being able to experience every single feeling under the sun. It's like, have you ever played a campaign story mode video game? And before you start the campaign, it gives you an option. You can either play this campaign on easy mode, normal, advanced, but you get to pick how challenging the campaign story will be. I bet that you never choose easy mode. You always either go for normal or you contemplate doing the hard mode, because you want a challenge, because you know that the game will be more fun if it's harder, and because of that you get better at the game. You play it through a more challenging story, because once you complete that story mode on hard mode, it will feel so much better than if you just played it on easy mode and finished it. It's the exact same thing with your life. Would you rather live a life that's just completely easy from beginning to end, or a life that's full of challenges but you know that that's what's going to make it exciting? Just a quick raw video, but I'll see you guys in the next video.